No One Likes Us Clothing is the Millwall clothing range. T-shirts, caps, polos, they've got it all. Visit www.noonelikes.us.co.uk, or why not visit the Blue Anchor, where a selection of shirts can be bought at the bar. www.noonelikes.us.co.uk.
Hi, it's Mr. Bye for Now from Millwall Football Club, and you're listening to the world famous Achtung Millwall.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to a new ground for me, Beckenham Town, in the leafy environs of London Borough Bromley. Clean and green, as I remember it, back in the olden days when I worked for them. Standing alongside me at Eden Park Avenue is show regular Graham Payne. How you doing, Graham?
Hello, Nick. Yep, good to be here.
Nice little setup here, mate.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Beckenham Town of the second in the Isthmian South East Division, listeners. I'm playing for a team I genuinely never heard of. Binfield. I'd never heard of them.
No.
You know, I like to think I know a few football club names
strange name, isn't it?
around the houses, listeners, but I'd never heard of them at all. But apparently they're located out near Berkshire, near Reading. They've got a Reading postcode. I looked it up.
And their manager's just gone to somewhere else. They've got a new manager in, I think, for this game.
Well, both sides doing well. They're second in the Isthmian South Central Conference. I'm going to give it an American football spin. South Central Conference. And Beckenham Town are second in the Isthmian South East Division. Both sides undefeated in the league. So it's FA Cup football, listeners, in case I should have been clear about that from the very start. So Beckenham in red, Binfield look like they're in dark blue. Some coverage along one side over there. Becks is the nickname for Beckenham Town. And both sides actually got it on this side too, yeah. A bar clubhouse at one end, and the other end is just like fencing onto back garden. So very nice pitch though, Graham. Lovely looking pitch.
Very nice, yeah. Probably one of the best in non-league, I would have thought.
Now this is going to be a mash-up show. I'm going to try and follow Millwall's progress this afternoon at the same time of keeping you aware of Beckenham Town's FA Cup progress or lack of it. I'm just looking at the team announced from Millwall versus Blackburn this afternoon. I could not be asked to sit and watch it, Graham.
No.
I thought I'm going to get out, I'm going to go sit, get some fresh air.
As soon as I heard this was a cup game on here, my mind was made up straight away.
Absolutely. Which isn't a great selling point for a podcast, listeners, is it? Really, I'm not selling it to you at all, but that was the truth of it. And as you'll gather, the Beckenham Binfield game was kicked off on a lovely, mild afternoon in leafy, clean, green Beckenham. So we're going to keep you updated with incidents in this game and probably the Lions' trip to Ewood Park. Tough game away for us today, Graham, up there.
Yeah, I think Neil predicted a win, and did you predict a draw?
I went for a draw, but this is the eternal optimism of the football supporter. I mean, I did it with I put my realistic shoes at the door.
I will take a point now before the game. Well, I suppose it's just kicked off, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading an interview on News at 10 with Gary Rowett talking about containing the dangerous front three of Blackburn Rovers, which includes Ben Brereton, Diaz. I was saying to Neil yesterday, it's a strange division because there's so many sides that are much of a muchness in it. You know, win as many as they lose, you know. Early pressure coming in for Binfield towards the Beckenham half. We're standing towards the clubhouse end. Views of the Crystal Palace TV tower off in the distance. Long while since I've been over to these parts, listeners. I have worked in the area in the past, so it is familiar to me, but it's been donkey's years since I've driven around here. The caption for the Millwall team is "Same again." I hope it ain't the same again. That's what's destroying us. Same again. We shouldn't moan, we're actually only 2 points off of the playoff zone. Anyway, the Mill game is kicked off. Away we go, it says now. Away we go. Decent sized little crowd. I didn't know how many to expect here, Graham, this afternoon. There's a few hundred here, I'd say.
They were hoping for 500.
Were they?
Yeah.
Were they? £10 to get in, listeners, but if you're over 60 like me and you can produce your Oyster card, Graham,
you're in.
Your free travel card, you're in, mate. I'm in for a £5. Nice looking little programme available on the gate. I didn't get one today, but it's a nice little setup here. It's very professionally done. And of course the side were promoted last season, Graham, weren't they?
Yeah. champions of their league.
Combined Counties League champions, Premier, first last season, 21-22, promoted into the Isthmian League. So, seems to be a club that's got, ideas of going places.
I think this is the highest level they've played at.
Well, one fun fact I've got for you, listeners, is neither Beckenham Town nor Binfield have ever made it into the fourth qualifying. This is the third qualifying round of FA Cup football. Winners of this go through the fourth qualifiers, which is in mid-October, 15th. And then it's the possibility of league action in the first round proper after that. That would be something if they get a league side down here, Grant.
Well, they beat Dartford in the last round.
Did they?
Away, so
Did they?
that was a major shock.
Yeah, and we've also on the Millwall celebrity. We've seen Andy Massey here, Graham, and you said Peter Sweeney.
Peter Sweeney is the coach for Beckenham.
The 3-on-3 on the.
Yes!
It's 1-0. Shot in from the left side of the Binfield penalty by the Beckenham. I think that was the 8. 9. 1-0 Beckenham. Nice move. Ball down the left. Shot from across the penalty area, really, and into the net.
First attack they've really had, hasn't it?
First event of any note, really. 1-0 Beckenham. 6 minutes on the clock, listeners. It's the Beckenham Ultras, feared behind the clubhouse end goal. So 9 minutes in, it's going to be a corner on the right for Beckenham. Nice little move. That's a shot on. The flick back across the edge of the penalty and a shot on target, but it's actually batted away by the defender. Nice move.
That was a great corner, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that always surprise me. I've seen a few games at this kind of level, and maybe you shouldn't be surprised when you do see some moments of high skill, but you do see it, Graham. It's not a slogfest, is it? That's a slog. We've just seen there out the penalty. 10 minutes in, Beckenham leading at 1-0. 10 minutes in at Ewood Park, and Zian Fleming's 35-yard free kick doesn't trouble Thomas Kalinsky. That's like a small earthquake in Chile. No one injured, isn't it? No, it doesn't trouble him. That's a headline for. Maybe it says a lot and says nothing. I don't know. Binfield founded in 1892.
Wow, it's been going a long while.
Yeah. Apparently Beckenham was reformed in 1971. There was a previous Beckenham which folded in 1969. Again, same kind of age, 100 years old. But with this version that we're watching now is founded in 1971. The capacity of the ground 4,000. I reckon it'd be pretty tidy packed if you got 4,000 in here, Graham. But apparently it holds 4,000 officially.
Just 2 turnstiles.
2 turnstiles. But a very nice looking clubhouse. Binfield won the FA Vars, well, runners-up, apologies, 21-22 FA Vars runners-up for last season. Record attendance here, 1,562 versus a Celebrity 11 friendly match in June 2009. It's probably like Des O'Connor's All-Stars. Probably dug out Max, well, they're all dead, but Max Bygraves up front. Des O'Connor on the wing.
Diddy David.
Diddy David will be out there. Ball into the box. That's 1 each. Tapped home from close from the right side. The 8. 16 minutes. It's 1 each, listeners. Yeah, they've scored quite freely. I was looking at their results recently. They've scored quite well in that Southern Central Division. So this is the Beckenham side. Let's read out the Binfield team. Let's read them out. There's Chris Grace in goal, Kai Hobbs, Garbe George, Massimo Giametti, Liam Gavin, Lewis Pegg, Johnny Efoji, Liam Tack, Sean Moore. 10 is Connor Holland and Taylor Morgan. The 7 is the one who's been most dangerous. That's Johnny Efoji. And your Beckenham team, Nick Blue in goal. I like that name. Nick Blue, Harvey Brand, Archie Johnson, Nick Curran, Bob Carter, George Goodwin, Freddie Nymus, Daniel Waldron, Louis Theophanes. My Greek's not good enough. Theophanes, Alfie Bloomfield, and Jamari Brissett up front on the wing. Coming towards the quarter part of the game, 21 minutes. Pretty even, I would say. 2 goals already. Decent goal for Beckenham, in fairness, and a nice finish for Binfield in reply. Both teams looking to pass the ball around, actually. So it's not Route 1 stuff at all, is it?
No.
Still 0-0. There's been an event, which is a stoppage in play. The goalkeeper's been receiving treatment following a collision with Murray Wallace. 0-0 at 20 minutes for Millwall.
Gary Rowe at 11 back. Beckenham leave 3 up front.
Yeah, but you don't understand football.
Oh, sorry.
Graham.
That's what it is.
This is elite level football.
Oh, of course. That's what it is.
I suppose no news at Newwood Park is good news.
Yeah.
If nothing's happening, that's good news. It seems to be 0-0 still, listeners, at the moment. The Mill feed on Twitter is not updated with anything at all, so I'm going to presume that's a very professional defensive performance from the Gary Rowett side up there at the moment. There's Binfield on the attack. There's a little header over the bar, nicely worked moving from the right there, but header about a yard over the bar. Ball forward is 9, what can he do? He's trying to take it around the keeper. He's still got the ball. Edge of the penalty area, what can he do? He's running into traffic, didn't he? He ran into more traffic than I did going through the Blackwall Tunnel earlier on to come over here, listeners. 28 minutes, 28, nearly 29. Beautiful sunny afternoon here in Beckenham. Now the sun's come through some high clouds. It's a lovely afternoon for it. Yeah, so it was this or sit in my back room watching a stream from Blackburn. I think I've made the right choice, Graham. Oh, that was the two caught it on the volley on the penalty at the edge of the penalty area, and it went nearly hit the corner flag. Actually, it's gone out of bounds. It's like Jack and the Beanstalks on at the Churchill. Panto there, Graham. You'll be on that one, mate. Yeah, Graham's having some of that. It's just like having the West End on your doorstep, I reckon. I was actually at the Churchill a few weeks ago. I went to see a Pink Floyd tribute band. This is really going to destroy my credibility out there, listeners, I know. They're a really good band. Think Floyd, they were called, Welsh band, and they did versions of early Pink Floyd numbers, including A Great Gig in the Sky, which was very impressive live. This is Beckenham pressing forwards whilst I waffle on about Pink Floyd. Shoot on, there's a penalty. It's 2-0 in at the near post. Off the goalkeeper's foot, I think there, Graham. 2-1. 2-1 Beckenham. Cup glory.
Yeah, he's certainly bang, knows where the back of the net is. That's
Yeah.
Louis, number 9.
So I was going to the Churchill. I parked up in the public car park. It's around the back. I think there's a Sainsbury's at the top end of Bromley. So I'm walking down, met up with some mates who were going with me, and there's a lot of old people sat outside the pub. And I made a joke about the old, the care home had turned out. It turned out they were the audience for the band. And we were, I was probably the youngest in the room, I think. So that sends a message about the age. I mean, the music was very, very good. I recommend Pink Floyd, anyone out there that likes Pink Floyd. But it was a laugh looking at the audience, thinking, oh my God, is that what I look like too? Anyway, back to the football. Binfield are on the attack. Ball in, that's headed clear. This is a ball in from the left of Binfield. Oh, we caught that on the volley. That was a nicely taken shot. I thought that was in. It's gone just about a few feet wide left. How's Millwall getting on, Graham? Let's have a look.
Shall we have a guess?
Nothing. Nothing to report. That sounds like a real Rowett game up there. Both sides have had some danger moments. I think as the game's gone along, obviously Beckenham have had more direct chances. But it's still fairly evenly balanced, even though it's 2-1 at the minute to the team in red.
It's unusual today, isn't it? Cash only.
It is, because I've been to a few games actually, and in fact they often encourage you to book it online. I know a lot of people out there, there's a break on it, I'll come back to that. It's a 9-3. The goalkeeper's done well this afternoon there, Graham. He's blocked another one.
Kept him in it, really, now, because I mean, the Nines had 2 clear-cut chances.
But yeah, I've been to a few non-league games where they've been quite internet friendly, quite. Erif I went to the other day, that was card only. I suppose cash only means you're not paying for the technology or infrastructure, which costs, doesn't it? All forwards, this is the 11 now, breaking down the left of Beckenham. What can he do? Unlucky, blocked at the last. Ball is a 9, what can he do? That shot blocked at the last again.
Could have easily been 3 more, couldn't it?
Could have done. 43 minutes gone, coming towards 44. Yeah, it should have been at least 3-4-1, but arguably. Which, it's been a decent performance. I mean, Binfield came into this side with quite a decent track record in the league, so to be ahead and to be taking a game to them is a performance by Beckenham. so far. It's obviously come towards the end of the first half, listeners. It falls to the 4. It's it trickled wide there as the ball was deflected across the 6-yard box. It looked like it was going in, as well as this moment of frozen anticipation, but actually it was actually wide in the event. 44 minutes, listeners, for the third goal. This is the 7 now. What a goal! The 7 from the edge of the penalty area. Lovely little run and shot back across goal, Graham. Nice finish.
Well, we can't say it hasn't been coming because...
No, but they deserved it. 3-1 now. 44th minute, 3-1 Beckenham. Still a long way to go, though. Binfield haven't been that bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're out
of the woods.
Out of the game, Binfield. They still look very dangerous going forward. So
that's right. It's been an attractive game to watch.
Yeah.
I've been saying a few times on these shows, it's just enjoyable in a way that I suppose you're not emotionally invested, are you? You're not caring, which if you remove that crucial element from the game, makes it into an enjoyable afternoon.
Stress-free.
I'm driving, so Graham's on the Guinness, but I'm on the soft drink. But it's just nice. You're out in the open and it's enjoyable. So anyway, it's going to be a few minutes added on. There's a couple of injuries during the course of that half. Free kick for Binfield to try and get something back. Oh, one is lovely little ball in from the 7, flicked home from the 6. Little bit of pushing and shoving. Hint of offside there.
I thought so, yeah. I thought 2 of them were offside.
Yeah, but I've given it. 3-2.
Said plenty of goals in the second.
You did call it. Mystic Payne called it. You're getting to put the lotto numbers out next. Well, this is what you want to read. Jules Long brilliantly anticipates a ball over the top to Brereton and Diaz and beats the striker to the ball. The Chilean takes a whack in the process, which is good, and takes a minute before getting back to his feet. That's what you want to read. It's still 0-0. But you want to see physical harm coming to Blackburn players. There it is, half-time. 3-2 to Beckenham. Been an open game, Graham.
Great half, very open game.
Interesting and entertaining. So I thought Beckenham certainly deserved the lead, but to concede late would have disappointed them as they leave for the dressing rooms half-time. There we are, 3-2 at half-time to Beckenham. Let's see how Millwall's getting on before I switch the recorder off. Still seems to be 0-0. There we are, half-time.
Achtung, Millwall.
Let's get my phone ready so I can tell you how many minutes have gone. You do like a bit of accuracy on this, you listeners. I like to supply it for you, so I'm going to set the clock running when they kick it off. Beckenham attacking the cauldron that is the clubhouse end of the second half. And there we go. A tight first half, finishes 0-0 at Ewood Park, listeners. It says, let's have a look at some of the replies. Bore off, says CBL Block 10. This is there for the taking yet again. Bradders should be straight in the side. A front three still clearly needed, and the wasting Styles with Harley had a kick. Fuck Malone, Graham, and his positivity. Move Styles there, and let's fucking attack. I think that probably says it all from CBL. Carl says if Gary Rowett is unwilling to move from a 5 at the back, at least move Styles to left wing back and bring back either Bury or Bradders. So yeah, again, no place for Bury in that side, is there?
Again, I think he ain't going to stick.
Boring, says Lewis on a GIF. Tight, wakey. So you get the picture, listeners. Anyway, we'll keep you in touch with how the Lions are doing in the second half. Left-sided corner into the near post. That's headed clear. In front of goal. There it is. Offside. Disallowed goal, listeners. The ball came in from the 7 from the left, fell to the striker, but deemed offside. Unlucky Beckenham. 500 was the target that the club were hoping for today, listeners. FA Cup football is always going to be an attraction, especially as it gets towards the business stages. But it's certainly filled up since kick-off. I always wonder if any goalkeeper anywhere has been put off by that noise. Searching for the opener, says the Millwall official Twitter feed on 49 minutes. A picture of Scott Malone, looking quite positive there.
Of course.
Comment from Doug in Stockholm, same old boring shit. Rowett is serving up.
Sums it up perfectly.
I think, yeah, he used to referee here, Doug. You'll be here listening to this. So, yeah, Beckenham Town used to referee here, apparently. There's a secret about it. Everyone I seem to know used to be referees, listeners. Shot from distance from the 6. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! By the Beckenham 6. Shot from the edge of the penalty area. Bottom right corner, 4-2 to Beckenham, Graham. That's a nice goal, mate.
That was a great goal.
Well taken chance. Wow. Who says you don't see quality in these lower league games? What's that, 54 minutes? 4-2 to Beckenham now. Gary Rowett seems to be keeping it tight at the back at Ewood Park. They're still 0-0. Searching, but look how positive Malone is in that photograph.
He's really positive.
Do you want another Guinness, Graham?
You're all right, Nick.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you're, don't worry about it.
No, that's all right. Yeah, no, keep on. Pint of Guinness, please, darling. Thank you very much. Cheers. So I'm missing goals left, right and centre. This has been in the bar. Just walking back. 1-0 for Blackburn, I've just noticed on Sky Sports, which is not good. 4-3 here. There's a penalty given whilst I was in the clubhouse. But that sounds like a drag of a game up there. 1-0 now to Blackburn. There you go, mate. 1-0 Blackburn, apparently. 4-3, yeah. Penalty whilst I was in the clubhouse. Quite a nice little clubhouse over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was it a penalty? Did it look like a penalty?
He was going through and he just slid in and took him out.
Robert, fuck off, you useless cunt.
I don't know if that played on the recorder, but that was Neil Fissler's view. Let's have a look and see what's happened up there. Dolan scores for Blackburn Rovers, no details on. Second now, 2-0. Barreras and Diaz. I think we should get that gallows reaper.
Yeah,
Are you handy with a...
I can
put a gallows together there, Graham?
They'll be up. I'm sure they'll be up before next Saturday.
Oh dear. Halfway through the second half, 67 minutes. Depressing news from Ewood Park. 2-0 now. Shit, says CBL. Cheerio, Rowett, time's up, says James Gibbons. And now he brings 2-0 down. He's bringing Evans, Vogelsummer and Bury into the game. Taking out Creswell, Mitchell and Honeyman. There's a ball through. This is takes it around the goalkeeper. He's gone too narrow. Unfortunately, can he keep it in? He can. He did keep it in. No support there. No one up with him. The 9 shot block. That's going to go for a corner.
I've just got it.
Life is too short. I'm done watching it. Terrible, says Ryan.
Bloody hell.
High challenge.
He said push low! He said push down there!
There's your answer.
TT says Tyler Bury started causing problems. Who knew? As ever, I feel for Tyler Bury, Graham, because he's put into situations, he's chasing the game.
He only gets on when we lose it.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not put him on from the start and let him influence the game? Go for it, what's to lose? 2-1 now. 2-1. Cooper nods home. Bury's cute. Ball. Looks of surprise all round here at Beckenham. 15 minutes to go. Oh dear. It'll finish 2-1. And there'll be, why don't Tyler start? Here am I, beautiful sunny afternoon, Beckenham. Lovely game, good game, 4-3, attacking, open football. All I'm doing is refreshing my Millwall feed to find out how depressing setup that Blackburn are doing. Binfield starting to look a bit ragged. There's 1 or 2 passes straight.
Both sides
Look tired a little bit, haven't they? 86 minutes. How's Millwall getting on?
I think it's going to be 2.
No change. This is like younger listeners won't know what I'm talking about. You just be like staring at teletext on Saturday afternoon, waiting for an equaliser to go in, and you kept waiting for it to refresh. It's an early form of text messaging on TV. Younger listeners, if there are, I don't believe we've got any actually. I think they're all old gits like me. Here comes Beckenham now. This is the 17. Oh, beautiful goal! Beautiful goal! Nicely taken, ball down the middle. 17 slots it past. Oh, that's 5-3. That should be game set and match.
That should be, shouldn't it?
nicely finished. I think this is called attacking football ground. We don't get an awful lot of it down Millwall, do we? But it's been a nice afternoon. It's a beautiful little ground. Recommend it if you're in the area, if you're nearby. It's just up the road from Shortlands. Eden Park is the station, I think.
Yeah, just there.
Eden Park. Tenner to get in. Really nice clubhouse. Really nice game of football. Enjoyed it. And it looks like FA Cup football in the next round. We will see who they get drawn against. He's taken the 9. Oh, good shot. It falls to on the 17, but it's just gone wide. In the right-sided corner. Late chance for Fleming. Vogelsammer drills it across goal, but Fleming can't get on the end of it. Remains 2-1 for Blackburn. There's a final whistle here. It finishes 5-3 to Beckenham Town. Really nice game there.
Brilliant. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
Good performance by Beckenham Town against the team that came into the match today. Very well rated, league football-wise. But it's Beckenham that progress on to the 4th qualifying, which I think is as far as the club's ever gone. And then after that, the prize, the first round football in the FA Cup. Millwall still 2-1 behind at Blackburn Rovers. Huge thank you for meeting me today, Graham Payne.
Enjoyed it, Nick. Thanks for coming over, mate.
No, it's a really nice ground. I'd recommend it if anyone's in the area. It's a nice little ground, nice little club. Really, really pleasant. So from Beckenham, Eden Park Avenue, I say arrivederci Millwall for now.
Achtung, Millwall.
So there we are, listeners. A little bit of a postscript. I'm back in the car now, about to set off for home. Firstly, I just want to say thank you to Graham for inviting me over to Beckenham. I probably wouldn't have come over. It's a Saturday afternoon. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon. Crossing the river on a Saturday is never a pleasant thing, so it was a bit of a lug to get over here for me. But for those of you who are in the area, the Beckenham area, Bromley surrounds, the homelands, I'd recommend Beckenham. It was a really nice little clubhouse, cheap to get in. The Guinness costs, what is that, £4.50? So these are the beauties of non-league football. Attractive game, 5-3 to Beckenham. They progress into the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup. We'll see who they draw. And not so good news for Millwall. Unusual show today. I tried to combine the two, following the Lions and following the game. Whether it worked or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, I will have a listen to all this when I get home. We will be following up the Millwall situation with a separate show. John Shipman, I'm hoping to talk to him later. He was at Blackburn today to get a first-hand account of how the Lions got along. Finished 2-1 there to Blackburn. But there we are. Thank you for listening, dear listeners. I might do this just as a plain Grassroots show. I was intending to do it as a kind of a mixture of the two, but not sure that quite worked out as I wanted it to. So this will go out as Achtung Grassroots. Beckenham Town 5, Binfield 3. Beckenham progressed to the next round of the FA Cup. Up for the Cup. Thank you for listening, dear listeners. Till the next show. Bye for now.
Achtung, Millwall.